Hello, hello. How's everyone doing today on this Tuesday? Is it Tuesday? Sophia V. I am getting a no. I have the tower. If you have any yes/no questions you'd like to ask, feel free to post that in the chat. Welcome in. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Svetlana, I have a yes, the lovers. High priestess, I have a no, the tower. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hood Mystic, I have a no, 3 of swords. Claudia, I have your donation. Thank you. KV. KV, I have a no, 4 of cups. The strength card came out after that. I'm wondering if maybe he feels maybe there's like an incompatibility. He could feel you're too good for him, possibly. Claudia, I have your question for your in-depth. Thank you. I will hold on to it until the free list is done, and then we'll get started, okay? Thank you, Mystic. I got your donation as well. You'll be after Claudia, okay? You're welcome, KV. Hi, Amy. Welcome in. Beautiful love. I have, ooh, this is a very challenging situation. I have a no at the bottom and the top of the deck. I also have a no that came out, but it's paired with the Chariot. So, ultimately, I do think it's a no, but I think they're just leaning in another direction. But you're still in the running, so it's still possible, but most likely I'm getting a no. Most likely it's not going to happen. They'll go with another candidate, I believe. Sayotana, I don't know if I'm saying your name right. Hello, how are you? Welcome in. Thank you for subscribing. If you have a yes or no question you'd like to ask, feel free to do so. Amy, Eli is very distracted, but there have been thoughts of you, yes. Two of Pentacles. There's other stuff going on. You're there. You're swirling around, but he seems busy. Hey, beautiful. Hey, Shayna. You're welcome, beautiful. So Amira, this is a really good partner for you, compatibility wise, or like maybe financially long term. I'm not sure what this is, but Spirit is saying continue to invest in this direction. This is going to pay off for you. Now, here's another interpretation. If you are married to this person, this may be a person that you eventually leave. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but this only applies if you are in a relationship with them. You could potentially end up leaving. But as far as asking if this person is a partner for you, I am getting a yes. I just don't know if this is someone that you're going to be with forever. But for some reason, Spirit is saying that you've either invested past tense or you will be investing time into this person. And in the end, either spiritually or financially, it will pay off for you. So if you're not with them yet, continue on that path. If you are, just know that this will pay off for you at some point. I know that's kind of an unclear yes, no answer, but I feel almost like this is like first husband material, or like first long-term relationship or something along those lines. It's like, it seems like this person is significant and you have unfinished business here with this person, Amira. Shayna. Shayna J, I have a no, the Tower. That's come out quite a bit today. Sienna, okay. Welcome in. Amira, yes. It does feel like a yes, ultimately. Yeah, I would say that for sure. Sienna, I am getting a yes. 8 of Pentacles and Knight of Wands. This person's willing to travel and put in the work for your connection. When he says these things, he's serious, okay? We have about 3 minutes left of the free list, and we'll be moving on to donations. You're welcome. One minute left of the free list. Claudia, if you're here, please check in with me. Awesome. All right, guys, thank you for participating on our free questions. We are moving on to donations now. So Claudia's question is on screen. Hey, honey, is it possible to turn on the middle light? Thanks, babe. I'm yawning a lot. Claudia, I feel like HN is, dare I say, tired, taking my sentience quite literally. I'm feeling like exhaustion. I'm feeling like this person is like either running on fumes. I don't know, Claudia, about like let me see. Hold on, let me keep going. Maybe like feeling a bit defeated. is he feeling? How is Asian feeling? We have the word change here. We also have loss, 5 of Cups. Let's see what story we're putting together here. So there's could be like some type of surrender or defeat. Maybe like noticing a change that needs to happen or recognizing a pattern. Poor guy. He seems super tired. To be honest, it seems almost like he's feeling like it's hard for him to be excited about anything right now. It's hard for him to be excited about you or about life. Almost just like a general disinterest and like lack of energy. We have the 9 of Wands, so he must feel like he constantly has to have his defenses up. How does he feel about her? Now that we know how he's feeling, what does he feel about her, please? What does he feel about her? What does he feel about her? Something here about taking the lead, needing to take the lead or taking the lead, maybe being more vulnerable or open. A change. We have change again here with the Death card. Maybe you feel different. You're different. Maybe you stepped into like a take charge leadership position in this connection. Maybe you feel maybe you've been more open or more vocal about your feelings. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So we have King of Wands, Leo energy. So that's the glow up. That actually makes a lot of sense here. King of Wands is also like leadership, taking a leadership role. So maybe feeling more confident as well. Like King of Wands, Queen of Wands, confidence. Let's see. Now, I also have the card regret, and keep in mind we have the 5 of Cups. So he could feel like a missed opportunity, possibly. Because I didn't have the 4 of Cups, but I was picking up 4 of Cups energy of like just general disinterest or apathy. And that image in my mind coming through clairvoyantly plus 5 of Cups to me does indicate that maybe he feels like he dismissed aspects of you before, or like is having some type of residual regret. How is he feeling about her, please? More of a free spirit, you being more of a free spirit. Let's see. Ooh, more balanced, more aligned. So the overall energy that he's kind of saying here is that he noticed that you're more in alignment. That your general energy feels more at peace. More the energy has shifted maybe possibly off of him and onto yourself, which is giving you this feeling of more confidence and maybe more authentic in who you are, not trying to be someone else or appease someone else or change yourself to fit a mold or what someone expects of you. You're just yourself. You're unapologetically yourself. And it seems like he's taking this very positively, but also potentially as like a missed opportunity with you. Poor guy's really tired though, Claudia. He needs some sleep, man. I mean, I know that it's winter for most of the world and it's kind of a time to hibernate and try to gain that energy back that you had, but yeah, he feels pretty depleted. You do too. Yeah, you could be as well. All right, have a great night, Claudia. Thank you for stopping by. It was nice talking to you. Mystic, if you're here, you can post your question. Thank you, Amy. You might actually be sooner rather than later. I'm going to give Mystic another minute or so. Okay, Amy, go ahead. We'll come back to Mystic after you, and hopefully she'll be back in here after that. Hey, Luna Ray, welcome in. I will add you to the list shortly, so just sit tight. We have one person ahead of you, Luna Ray, after Amy, but I don't know if she's going to be in, so you might actually be next. So just stick around or stay close. And if you're not able to do that, then just leave your questions with me and I'll get you time stamped, okay? Okay, so Mystic is back in. Mystic, I got your question. Sit tight. All right, so Amy, you said me and Eli weren't able to hang out last weekend because him and his mom ended up getting badly sick and he's still recovering. Oh, they both got sick. Okay. He said he's feeling better but still going through it. I did do a small call with him not too long ago to plan for our next hangout, which I think is going to be Saturday, I believe. But so I do this thing where sometimes I scroll through my matches on Facebook dating and I always notice, like, I think, wait, there's a Facebook dating? Has there always been a Facebook dating? I'm like, so I've never heard of that before. And I noticed, like, I think yesterday or a couple days ago, actually, that Eli did still update his dating profile. You're welcome, Luna Ray. Like, he added another picture basically to his profile. Okay, got you, Amy. Jasmine and who was it? Akshat Sharma. I can do a yes no for you, but it's got to be in between donations, so stick around. And when I call on you, just make sure you're here and I'll get your question answered in between donations. And it did make me worry, but I also understand we're not dating right now. So if he is, and I'm also still allowed to talk to other people. Mystic, I have your question. Thank you. Jasmine, okay, thank you. But he also tells me things like he uses my sweater as his pillow, and that he even told me that his mom wants me to get my driver's license. That way I can visit her and Eli more often. Well, I've known him since the beginning of January, so I understand it's still early for us in getting to know each other. All right, Amy. Was that the full update? If you guys have been here before and gotten a yes no question with me, then my list for free is closed. If you're a new subscriber tonight, I'll answer yes no questions in between donations, okay? All right, Amy, that sounds good. So really quickly, I'm going to post the donations list so everyone knows where they are. And then I'm going to post the free list. I think it's 2 people I have on the free list that I'm going to get to in between donations. Hey GH, welcome in. I can add you to the free list. Just make sure you're here when I call on you, okay? Bria, yes, I can add you to the free list. Just sit tight. And when I'm ready for you, I'll call on you to post your question. Ray, hello, welcome in. All right, so Amy, I have your reading. If you're ready, let me know in the chat, please. All right, Amy. So he says, first off, I want you to know that I really like you and I want to continue talking and getting to know each other. With that being said, this is still really new to both of us, right? And I guess I'm just trying to make the best decision for us both and ensure we are the best match for each other. Isn't that what dating is all about? Trying things on for size and taking things slow, getting to know one another, and seeing who we are most compatible with. Everything I have said is true. I feel like you might question that. I hope you don't, but you shouldn't question it. I've been honest about things. I'm also still open to the idea of us if you are. I just don't want either of us to feel trapped or pressure. I feel like a lot of people tend to jump to an all or nothing condition in their relationship, and I don't want that to be us. If we get to a committed connection, I want that to grow organically. I don't know why everyone is always trying to hook up, define the relationship, and just be serial monogamous. I want to explore the depths of you and me, and we both come to an agreement together. I feel like that's important to you too, because I know you've been burned before, and I think that's because people don't take the time. They just rush in And I am trying to learn from that. I also want to admit my part that played in this with you. I think we did jump into things very quickly. I don't regret a single moment of it. I just wish we took things slower in the beginning, but we just got swept up in things. I get that. Let's take a step back and try to date the real way. And that's where he leaves it. Akshat, I am getting April would be the better option for you. March, I'm getting a no, the devil. April, I'm getting a yes, that's better, two of wands. Out of the 2 months, they're choosing April. Amy, I think what it is that he doesn't have feelings yet for you. Like, I think that as much as he could feel with the little time that you guys know each other, he does still feel for you and he is still attracted to you. But I don't think you guys have known each other long enough for feelings, quote unquote, to have developed. And I think he thinks that you guys got really swept up in things in the beginning and you kind of skipped a couple of steps. And he's looking for a way to kind of backtrack, not like sever the connection, but he's kind of like, I admit fault. I was, it was partly my fault. We got swept up in things. We may have skipped a couple steps and did things a little too fast. I think we should kind of take a beat, back up, and try to like start over and date each other like in the normal way. And to me, that feels good because it seems like he's trying to give you that foundation you might be looking for. When you rush into something with someone, it can get very confusing and messy very quickly. And so for him, he's like, can we just try this again? And this time around, he might not be putting as much energy into it as he initially did because he is trying to like do things the proper way this time. Jasmine. Jasmine. Jasmine, I have a yes, Queen of Wands. I think it's possible multiple people will be asking you. Queen of Wands is like Leo energy. And to me, that feels like confidence and you being appealing to multiple people. As far as the yes or no question goes for you, I'm getting a yes. GH, I do have a yes, the Seven of Wands. This card does indicate challenges, so it may be hard to get people together to celebrate you. It might not be as big of a turnout, or it might not be as like it might not be like a super bougie, like expensive baby shower. It might be something pretty chill and laid back. But I do think that you get one. I am getting a yes. Mystic, if you're here, check in with me, please. I'm about to shuffle for you. Amy, it just came through, so let me get to you after Mystic, okay? Let me get right back to you. Give me just a second. Hey Haley, welcome in. All right, so Mystic here. Adon. How does Adon view Mystic? Thanks, Amy. For those of you who are waiting on the donation list, I also want to throw out there that if you donate before your reading or during your reading, I will do up to 3 questions in a row. So if you want to add on to your reading, I do honor that, and you do not have to wait a whole nother turn to get to you. So if you have follow-up questions, just let me know that you plan on extending your reading, and I will answer up to 3 questions in a row for you. That's just a little bit of information if you've never been here before or never got a reading with me before. How does Adon view Mystic, please? Whoa. Bria Chantel, if you would like to post your yes/no question for the free question, go ahead, and I will be with you shortly. So, Mystic, Adon feels that you have a really good moral compass. He feels like you are not superficial whatsoever. He feels like you have a depth to and you know what's fair and right. And maybe he feels that he views you as someone who's like, you would make a good judge or make a good advisor, that you care about people genuinely and selflessly. He would say that you have a very selfless heart. He may view you as someone who is very serving of others, like you give your time or your energy to benefit someone else's life. And he feels like you're really good at expressing yourself. So he looks at you as like an artist. So if you create art, Mystic, if you create art, or if you're a poet, singer, songwriter, performer, entertainer, like you have this it factor that Adon views you as like, oh, she's the main character. She has this energy and essence about her that draws people in. He likes the way that you express yourself, maybe the way that you adorn yourself, carry yourself, maybe the way that you dress. How does Adon view Mystic? I think he thinks you're also very intelligent, very witty, like you're able to think of things easily or effortlessly. Maybe he feels like you're a trendsetter or a leader of some sort, or someone that can pioneer the way of something new, like a new social media platform, a new invention, a new product, a new idea, something on the lines. He feels like you have the type of energy about you that can be like the first or the trendsetter. And lastly, we have, oh shoot, that's crazy. Judge just came out. Remember when I said he looks at you as someone who's like very fair? Like he looks at you like you could be a judge or a advisor of some sort. The actual archetype called judge just came out. That's funny. What is it that you're interested in, Mystic? So the last thing we have here is the lover and the femme fatale. Hey queen, welcome in. So you have this he has this unbridled appreciation for you. He may even be like feel passionate about you as well. And he views you as someone who generates this erotic energy, this erotic feminine energy. And he feels like you are like the ultimate woman or the ultimate feminine energy. He speaks in this reading very highly of you. Social media, very cool. So maybe he feels like you could lead the way, or pioneer some type of social media um, trend or some type of modality through social media. You could be one of the first people to do it. Queen, I am posting the donation list right now. Ashley, thank you for liking. So, Mystic, that is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed your reading with me. Is Bria Chantel here? All right, guys. So this is the list. I'm going to go ahead and post it on the screen. So, Queen, if you want to see where you are, there would be, if you like, let's just say you donated right now, there would be 2 people ahead of you. I'm doing the free list in between donations. You're welcome, Mystic. All right, so Amy, go ahead and post your questions since you're next for, I believe, an in-depth reading. Hey, Haley. Oh, girl, I wish I could say yes, but my free list is closed to people who have been here before. I'm only doing new subs right now. The reason being is because we did a free list for everyone earlier in the live stream, and we have a lot of donations to get through. So I do apologize for that. But if I go live again tonight, you can absolutely like join that. Hopefully you can get here early enough to get some free readings. Thanks for stopping in, Haley, though. I appreciate you. You're welcome. No worries on that. Okay. Let me clean my glasses off so I can see. Right, Amy. So for my in-depth, can we see all of Eli's true thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards me right now? You're welcome, everyone. All right, let's see. After Amy, we have Luna Ray. Luna Ray's been checking in. I know that she's here. Luna Ray, actually, since you're doing a BOGO and some channeled message cards, if you would like to go ahead and get your questions sent over to me, feel free to enter those into the chat and I'll hold on to them. All right. So, Amy, I do feel like Eli is looking for commitment. Okay. He's not scared of it. He's not running away from it. He's here for it. I think for him, he just wants to make sure you're the right person. And that is understandable. He's making himself available to you, but I think also he's just being cautious and being smart, and he's just trying to play his cards the right way. You're welcome, Amy. And so he's over here going like, this is what this is the difference between Eli and other people you might have dated. They didn't know what they wanted. Not technically. I feel like Eli has a better understanding of what it is he's looking for. And again, he wants commitment. He wants his partner, his person. He just wants to make sure that who he would be committing to whenever that happens is the right person. And he's only going to note that better by talking to you, dating you. I wouldn't completely rule out that he's not also getting to know other people, but I think so are you, and that's okay. Like you said, that's fair. You guys aren't in a exclusive relationship or anything like that. He is saying that he wants to see where this goes. He wants you to be a part of his life or be a part of his future, because so far he hasn't seen anything that he doesn't like. Okay, let's see. What are his thoughts and feelings and intentions here? What are his thoughts and feelings and intentions? Queen, did you donate? Yeah, I got you. You said don't post your question. Okay. Yeah, I will not post your question. What I'll do is when I check in with you, Queen, like if you say hey or something like that, I'll just post that on the screen for you. So that way, if you come back, you can just look for your banner on the screen. But I will not post your question. Luna Ray, sounds great. You're welcome. I'm actually curious, so I'm going to ask that question really quickly to see if you are the main person that he's been talking to. I just want to see if anything comes up. Channel message from Terry to me. He would like me to know at this time. Adding 5 for more for a 10 card channel. Okay, yeah, Luna Ray, I got you, girl. I got you. All right. Is Eli only mainly talking to Amy? Is Amy the main person that Eli is talking to? Please show me a yes or a no. Hi, Gina. Welcome in. Yes, you are the main person he's talking to. Is he entertaining anyone else at this time? Please show me a yes or a no. Is he seriously entertaining anyone else this time? Please show me a yes or a no. I'm getting a no, Four of Swords. So he's not seriously entertaining anyone else. You are the main person that he is communicating with. No one else is on your level at this time. Yeah, he has not seriously entertained anyone else. Now, could that mean that he's talking to someone lightly, getting to know someone, but they haven't made their way into his life the way that you have, okay? Let's see. So he still has some feelings of unworthiness that he has to work through. So he keeps saying, I'm trying to be a better person. I keep trying to be better than before. I am trying to learn from before. Again, commitment. He keeps throwing the commitment card through. So it's like he is looking for a relationship. Hey friends, just a quick round out, shout out to everyone that's joining us. If you have been here before, and I keep a list, and a lot of times I recognize you. So if you have been here before, I'm not doing free questions for returning viewers at this time. That list is closed. If you are a new sub to me tonight, I will do a free question for you, but you just have to bear with me, okay? Glory Henry, I have your question. Jazz, welcome back in. Oh my gosh. Jazz, I have your donation that you need to redeem from before. Do you remember? I think it helps his mom likes me a lot too. Like he said to me, I said earlier his mom would like me to visit her, and Eli, yes. And that's important, Amy, but it's also important that Eli too also wants you to be there. But I think that might be his roundabout way, beating around the bush, that he too wants to see you, and he's trying to let you know that you're welcome by him and by his mom. So that's a good thing. And I know in our last reading, in the last live, you mentioned that he sees me as girlfriend or material. Yes, I got the commitment card again. Do you sense that he still sees me that way? Yes. Luna Ray, I have your question. Hey, Jazz. Okay, stick around. I'm going to update the donation list very soon. P, I will answer your question in between donations. Transformation, thank you for checking in with me. That's okay, Jazz. We've got you. I'll add you into the donation list, okay? I believe you're after Queen, but I've got to double check. Let's see. Let's get a couple more cards for Amy. What are his true thoughts, feelings, and intentions? What are his thoughts? We have similar values. So he's looking at you as someone who he could see you have the same goals and maybe the same desires for your life. So the things that you have talked about, he feels those similarities that you guys have between you, and maybe that spoke very loudly to him or has made an impact on him. You're welcome, P. You've been so worried and anxious. Hi, May. Welcome in. Yeah, I do know the situations you've been through. Hey, Jazz, that sounds great. Luna Ray, I have your second question. Q, hello and welcome in. What are Eli's true thoughts, feelings, and intentions? Hey, Jazz, I have your question. If you're here or not, I'll still answer it so you can come back to watch your reading, or hopefully you'll be here when I do it. Eli's true thoughts and feelings and intentions towards Mimi. Daydreaming. I am always longing for you. So 7 of Cups energy. What are his true thoughts, feelings, and intentions? What does he feel about her? What does he feel for her? He likes your playful energy. He likes that you guys laugh and you have fun and you have a good time. He likes your positivity and your endurance, and I mean like emotional endurance, where you can handle a lot and it doesn't seem like your personality wavers at all. It seems like you show up as a consistent person all of the time. Like, if you're happy one day, you're going to be happy in 10 days. If you're a caring person, you're going to always be a caring person. It's like whatever personality you showed him, he feels like is consistent and he doesn't have to guess. Like, he knows that what you've shown him, he can take at face value. What does he feel for her? He likes your strength of your spirit and your willpower. What does he feel for her? He's giving like the hermit card to you. Maybe he views you as someone who like I don't know if picky is the right word. But he feels like you have this like sanctity, like this sacredness of your personal space and energy that you protect yourself, and that if you let someone in, that's special and that should be an honor. Yeah, he just feels like you're very strong, disciplined, um, like warrior mindset. I don't know. He likes your character. He's giving like good qualities to your character here. Hey Jess, that sounds good. Amy, but thank you so much for being here and doing what you do. You're welcome. Yeah, I told him how I don't allow just anyone into my life. Yeah, so he feels like it's an honor to be invited into your life. Hi, Lil Pit. Yes, you can be added. I'm doing free reads in between donations, so you guys have to bear with me. All right, it looks like Bria Chantel is not here. Glory Henry, will things shift and get better between me and my crush? Glory Henry, show me a yes or a no. Gloria Henry, I have a no right now. I have the Three of Swords. Next month might be too soon. This is for P. All right. Where did the card go? Oh, there we go. So P, I have the Hanged Man. Are these real feelings? Show me a yes or a no. The Hanged Man again. So P, as a yes no, the Hanged Man is like a maybe leaning towards a no. So I feel like this person, you appeal to them, but I don't think it's enough for them to have developed feelings at this point. So this could be just a physical attraction, or it could be that this person is locked up and not allowing themselves to go there with you. but it feels very superficial or on the surface right now. So that is what I have. Amy says, "Thank you, Luna. Hope you've been keeping warm." I have. Warm and hydrated. Yes, as much as possible. I've been doing my sleepy time drinks at night. Funny enough, on the show The Good Witch, I don't know if anybody's watched it before, it's on Netflix. She talks about how cherries are a really good like sleeping agent. I think because it was like some character on there was like having trouble sleeping. And she does all this like natural whatever. So I started doing like the cherry juice drink at night and to help my sleep. And then it's funny enough, I noticed everyone start talking about this like sleepy girl drink, which is hilarious. But I've been doing that a lot more recently, and it's so good and so refreshing. If you're interested in that, I will post it on my community tab because it's delicious. May Hooper, I can add you to the free list. Just post your question, okay? Jazz, that sounds good. Taka, thank you for the donation. Glory Henry, I actually just answered your question a few minutes ago. Just scroll back. I put your question on the screen. Let me see. When did I do it? Glory Henry, scroll back about 3 minutes, roughly. Yeah, cherry is such a good sleepy time drink. I want to drink it all day, but I know I'm going to get nothing done if I do that. Ajaz, thanks for your donation. Amy, I will. I'll post it after I get off of here. Or maybe I'll make a video and then post it. Maybe that will be more appealing. Queen, you have not missed your turn. Lori Henry, scroll back about 3 or 4 minutes and you'll be able to see your reading. Please scroll back about 3 or 4 minutes and you'll be able to see your reading. May, I am getting a no right now. I have the death card. That does indicate changes are to come. But maybe right now this isn't a good choice. Maybe give it some more time and check back with this energy moving forward. Like maybe in a month or so, come back and see if the trajectory has changed for you. But I don't think getting involved with him right now would serve beneficial for you to as far as a long-term relationship goes. Taka, yes, there is a donation list going. I'm about to update it right now. Lil Pitts, if you're here, ask your yes or no question. We are going to be moving on back into donations so that way we don't get too far behind here. All right. And Amy, you're very welcome. I'm not sure if I responded to you or not. I'm sorry. I'm trying to multitask. All right. So first up, we have Luna Ray. Luna Ray left her questions with me, so we're good on that. I did Amy. I got her all caught up. And then we have, I'm just going to put transformation on here for you. And then after Queen, we have Jazz. And Jazz says she donated for a second question. And then we have Taka. If I forgot anybody, please let me know. But I'm throwing up in order everyone that is waiting for their turn. So, Ajaz, the first question I have for what should I expect during my birthday celebration, is that for the one that you were redeeming from the pre-order from the other night, or did you want that to be your second question? You're welcome, P. Okay, perfect. All right, I got you. All right. Luna Ray has been waiting for a minute. So, Luna Ray, would you prefer your channeled messages to be first, or do you want me to do your BOGO first and then channeled messages at the end? Do you have a preference? Q, I will answer your question in between donations. You just gotta sit tight, okay? Sounds good. All right, let me take a look at your questions. Luna Ray said, Terry's next actions in regards to his living situation he has at this time. Moving out for the connection. Where's there at regards to approaching reaching out to Let's do your BOGO questions first. We'll tap into that energy, and that will help me better understand what maybe your channeled messages are trying to relate. Taka, that sounds great. All right, Taka, I have your question. Nisha TV. Free list is closed for those who have been here before, so yes. But I should be back tomorrow, and remember, I answer free reads every time I go live. So as long as you guys can get here at the top of the hour, the first 15 minutes, you can get some free reads then if you'd like. You're welcome, Nisha, but thank you for stopping by. So Luna Ray, he's only in the beginning stages of this process as far as moving out goes. We have a lot of page and night imagery, and what that tells me is that he has not yet properly prepared for what the next stage of that would look like. So he's probably put some of this planning on the back burner. And if he is working on this or trying to get his ducks in a row. It's in the very, very beginning stages. I don't know what all would be involved for his particular situation individually. Like for example, for him, that may look like moving in with you. For him, that may look like moving in with someone different. For him, that might look like moving out on his own. Or getting a house or whatever resonates for him specifically. But as far as moving out of his living situation, it seems like not much planning has been actively focused on this, but it is there. It's in the back of his mind. I think he knows the situation that he's in right now is not sustainable. He knows that eventually this has to come to an end. And so there is that like very, very, very initial beginning stages of planning here. But I think that because he knows this is going to require more from him, either more energy from him, more money from him, maybe both, I'm not sure. He does live a little bit in denial, and maybe he's taking a pause from this. So he is trying to like pretend like this problem doesn't exist. So there's a lot of procrastination that's happening here. I'm specifically getting that from the Seven of Swords and the Hangman. Seven of Swords is like where you're kind of like feeding into this illusion. Hangman is like definitely a procrastination energy where it's like you know that you got to do something, but you're really trying to pretend like it's not a problem. Ajaz, I have your second question. I do wonder if he will not move out until he approaches me since it's a complicated situation. Yeah, the thing is that his actions in regards to moving out is at a standstill at the moment. Let's see, let's ask. Will he need to approach her first before he makes some type of action? Will he need to approach her first? This could definitely be the turning point needed. I asked the question and I have Wheel of Fortune and Nine of Pentacles. As we all know, Wheel of Fortune is a turning point. Quite literally, that's what that card means. It means a shift that needs to happen or something inevitable that needs to happen. So I do feel like this would be a huge factor into either getting that process started or progressing it more rapidly. I just want to let you guys know that I did see some donations come in. I have to update the list, but I'll do that after this reading for Luna Ray. So just bear with me so you guys can see where you're at on the list. I did post the current list a few comments back in the chat, and we have had 2 donations come in since then, so that should hopefully give you guys an idea for now what you're looking at for those new donations that came through. Where is he at, please? Where is he at? Where is he at? So I have where is he at in approaching you, and we have the Tower. We also have the Empress. I got a couple other cards here. I feel like it's important to express like my belief and the belief of many people who do what I do. And that is, you have the power to change the future. Any decision that you make right now affects your path. Any decision that anyone in, near proximity to you, that affects your path. Um, when it comes to relationships, the decisions that they make affects your path. And that path can change in an instant, in a moment, in a change in thought, or a change in decision, or a change in action. And our futures are not fixed. I fully believe that. However, I do feel like there are certain fixed points in time that we can't avoid. It's in our contract, it's in the agreement we made when we came to incarnate here on earth. And we could probably speed those fixed points up, or we could push them back further, but we can't avoid them. They're there in our path. They're always going to be there, and we have to experience those things. That is the Tower. The Tower here indicates if you're not going to do this for yourself, then I'm going to come in and do this for you message from your spiritual team. And it seems like Luna Ray that his life will blow up at some point. It seems like he knows it, and it's in his subconscious mind. He's very avoidant of his issues, and he keeps showing a lot of procrastination. What's going to happen here is that ultimately, if he does not do this himself, he will have a Tower moment that will force him into this action. Whether he gets kicked out, whether he runs into you on the street and he can't avoid you anymore, at some point this Tower moment will happen, and he won't be able to turn away from the things that he has been trying to deny, or has been avoiding. And so I've got to be honest, I don't have timing here. I can't say for certain it's going to be soon, but I do have the Tower, and I will say that there's going to get to a point where he can't ignore things anymore. And at that point, something is going to have to happen. Something is going to have to give between the two of you. And whether that's something that he takes upon himself and takes responsibility for and acknowledges and handles it face on, or if that's something that the universe says, hey, well, if you're not going to do it, we're going to do it for you. But at some point, there will be some type of collision between your life and his life. And I think whether that's his doing or not, it's going to happen. I'm having a hard time seeing when that will be, but I do have the Empress card here. And Empress means no timing or within 3 months. So my guess is that the soonest potential would be between now and probably April, if I were to guess. All right, so let's see what messages he has for you here. I know that you donated extra for extra cards. So I'm going to shuffle those now. Messages from Luna Ray. He says, things didn't go as planned. I was too afraid to take action. Our love is always there despite the distance. We are inseparable. I have not given up on us yet. I want to have equal give and take. I mess up the good things in my life sometimes. I am trying to move forward. I'm afraid of what other people will think. I'm struggling to get over the past. And at the bottom of the deck, you made me realize my flaws. All right, so Queen is the transformation for me. If you are here, please check. Thank you. Luna Ray, thank you so much for your donation. I hope these readings benefited you. And I also want to let you know I appreciate your patience. I know you were waiting for a little while. You're welcome, Luna Ray. Have a great night. All right, I'm looking at your question now. Give me 1 second. I won't say it out loud. Hey, Manor, my free list is closed for the night. Yes, Queen. I think I understand what you're asking. All right, let me shuffle and see what I can figure out for you. Also in the future, if ever you want like a private question answered and you're like, I need more space than this, you can always email me. You can put in the note, like, I emailed you, and then just send me your question via email, and I can always look at that for you. You're welcome. So Queen, I'm getting a no as far as a interference with your connection. I don't want to say too much, but I'm getting a no. I don't see that happening. I feel like this person's energy is very closed off, really, to anything in general. And the reason I'm saying no is because I have the Five of Cups. This person's looking down. They are more, and metaphorically speaking, looking down. They're not paying attention to anything else that's around them. They're just focused on the things that have gone wrong. that have not gone the way that they would like, and they're very much like crying over spilled milk, if that makes sense. They're very much focused on the past. They're very much focused on what they've done wrong and their failures, and they're judging themselves very harshly based upon the actions that have already happened and the results, the way the outcomes, the way things have not gone as planned. They're really not focused on anything else or anything new or anything along those lines. Another reason why I don't think that there's any kind of interference is because the Wheel of Fortune is here, and that would indicate like things being in your favor, Queen, your favor. So I feel as though that's not particularly something you have to worry about. If this person does have people around them, it feels like friendship, it feels like companionship, acquaintances, friends, family, something along those lines. So if you're asking in a romantic sense, I'm getting a no. Let me know if you have any follow-up questions to that. Hopefully I answered your question. Babe, do you mind getting me another water? Thank you. Everything's like suddenly so dry. Lil Pitts, I called on you a few minutes ago. I can add you to the free list. Yes, just put your question in the chat for me, please. You're welcome. Thank you. I'm glad that was making sense for you. I didn't want to say too much. Okay. All right. Q. We're answering a question for Q. Yes, please. I think there's only one left, and we'll have to open a new box after that. Oh, okay. Thank you. All right. This is for Q. Q, I am getting a yes. Q, both of them look like good options for you. I am getting a yes for both. All right, Lil Pitts. Lil Pitts, I am getting a no. So that could be a no right now or no indefinitely. But I have the 5 of Swords. So that feels like a no for me right now. I will probably be back tomorrow if you want to ask that question again. Maybe see if the energy has shifted at all. All right, let me update the donation list. Next up, we have Jazz. Jazz, if you're here, please check in with me. We're about to shuffle for you. And I have caught up on the free list for new subs tonight. So if you are a new sub tonight and you have not had a free yes, no question answer, just let me know. Jazz, I am shuffling for you now. Well, happy early birthday. What does that make you? Are we still in Capricorn? Or are we moving into Aquarius? No. Yeah, Aquarius. We're moving into Aquarius. All right. You're welcome, Q. Jazz, it looks like you have a really good turnout. I would say every single invite or most people show up. If you allowed +1s, I think you might have more people than you expected. I do see some gifts, people showing up. No one's showing up empty-handed. It doesn't feel. You have the Ace of Pentacles, which indicates an offer or exchange. And if we're talking about a birthday celebration, this would indicate some type of gift or monetary present. And I see you as the Queen of Pentacles with that gift in your hand, like opening them up or taking a look at them. So I feel like people are coming to celebrate you. They might bring you some type of token of well wishes in a physical form of gift or present. Let's see. You start off Aquarius. Cool. Another air sign. It's funny. A lot of people think Aquarius is water, and I did for a long time too myself until I started learning all of this. You'd think something with aqua in the name would be water. Did that ever happen to you? Did you always know you were an air sign? We have the Seven of Cups. So this is a lot of thoughts, maybe a lot of conversation that's happening, lots of options, lots of choices. There's also like a minor note that your plans may take a spontaneous turn, meaning like you might start off doing something that you planned or you're aware of, and then something fun or spontaneous last minute might happen. You decide to go, like, why the hell not? Let's go do this fun thing. So there might be like a new idea introduced that is decided on a whim. There's a small interpretation of that here. And also, the world here just ends the night in success, achievement, accomplishment, completion, fulfillment, a sense of belonging or wholeness. So I feel like your plans are successful. Your night ends well. It all feels pretty good. Yeah, I don't know why. It was like probably I would say maybe 10 years ago or so, I thought that it was water. Actually, my younger brother's girlfriend is Aquarius, and I was like, "Oh, you're an air sign like me." And she's like, "No, I'm water." I was like, "No, you're air." She's like, "I am." Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun for you for sure. People might even be buying you if they don't show up with a gift, they might be buying you something throughout the night. sending you a Venmo, maybe paying for your dinner or drinks. So Jazz, there is a spark of interest with this person. There's no like full-fledged what is the word I'm looking for? Oh my God, what is it? It's right there. Motivation. There's not like this whole like plan or scheme or motivation behind this. I think this person just has a general piqued interest when it comes to you. I would say it's romantic in nature. The Knight of Cups is here. We all know that's romantic proposals or offers. But I feel like this person's kind of standing in the shadows a little bit. They're a little bit on the fence, not quite sure, you know, what's going on with you, what your thoughts are on them, and if anything would even cultivate here. They're kind of like, I don't know, let's just see what happens. So I don't think there's like this grand scheme or anything, but I do think that there's a spark here of romantic interest for you. We have the Two of Pentacles, the Star, the Knight of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Two of Wands. So they could just be trying to get acclimated into or integrated into your life a little bit. Maybe seeing what's going on with you, seeing if there's any like commonalities they might be able to like jump off from, like a conversation starter or a post to like or something along those lines, just to maybe get the dialogue started. But again, they're not coming here with like these grand schemes or anything like that. It's just a peak of interest, maybe taking notice of you. I don't know. I think it's very innocent, honestly, but I think it is romantic in nature. I go with the wind. Thank you, Jazz, for your question. Bobby, let's take a look here. So Fabi, I have a no 8 of Swords for your question. Also, I think I'm going to go ahead and do a last call on donations right now. If anybody wants to partake, if you want to add to the donation that you've already made, or if you want to get yourself on the list, speak now or forever hold your peace. Not forever, I'll be back tomorrow. But okay, because she said she was going to show up for my birthday and that will be our first encounter. Oh, fun. That's good. I hope that you have a really good time. And again, happy early birthday. You're welcome. Hey, Taka, thank you for checking in. So, if I understand correctly, Taka, you're wanting an in-depth. Is that correct? Fabi, I did your reading. I got a no. 8 of Swords, I believe, is what it was. Hey, Naija, welcome in. All right, so Naija is going to be my last donation of the night. Let me update my list real quick and get it closed out. Naija, I just got it. It's going well. It's going very, very well. Today was an awesome live stream. We've been really busy. Hopefully no one feels like they've been waiting too long. I've gotten a lot of readings done in under 2 hours, so we're just kind of rolling through them. Hopefully you're having a good day. Research and patience. Naija, I actually sent you a email earlier today. I was just forwarding someone to you from TikTok. She's kind of like philanthropist, sort of, just kind of reminded me of your type of generosity. And she's pretty big on TikTok, and she just helps like the local community. I think recently she was on Skid Row, actually. She like donates to people. I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but I sent you like her TikTok, and she goes live and stuff, and she uses the gifts that people send her to buy things for people that don't have anything, like clothes or food or whatever. And she's really big. I think she's like at over 1 million followers or something, and it must be such a fulfilling thing to do. Yeah, I sent it today, so it shouldn't be too far back. Naija says hi. She said she heard you. He laughed.
So I said howdy.
She can hear you.
Howdy.
All right. So yeah, I just thought, Naija, you could take some inspiration from her while you're getting your feet. Jay's thoughts towards Taka, please. Jay's thoughts towards Taka. So he says that you're like a femme fatale, using your power of romantic attraction for your own personal agenda. So he is sensing that you use what you got to your advantage to further what it is that you're wanting. Agenda, that's the word I was looking for when I was talking to Jazz. I said motivation and then I said grand scheme. But I was trying to say like agenda. That's the word I was looking for. So he feels you use like your sex appeal to further along your agenda and what it is that you want to happen. He feels like you know how to work what your mama gave you, basically. He feels like you are a multi-dimensional person, that you have a lot of aspects to you and your personality, a lot of layers and dimension. And I think that he feels like you might be maybe like an artist at heart. You might be able to express yourself in a very like beautiful way or an artistic way, maybe the way that you speak or how you carry yourself. Artists can also be like a literal artist, a poet, a writer, a singer, a songwriter, that kind of thing. But he basically feels like you are inspiring. Yeah, of course, Naisha. He feels, Taka, that so far you've been able to instill in trust or he feels like he can instill trust in you. So you are gaining his trust. You are maybe breaking down like a wall or two of his, and he feels like he can communicate openly with you a lot of the time. So I don't know if you're like if you help him at the work or at the job or whatever. But he feels like you're a very helpful person. So he feels like he's witnessed you either helping him, helping a coworker, helping a customer, something along the lines of the way in which you communicate is beneficial to others around you. And he likes how you conduct yourself amongst other people, how you treat other people. He says that you're compassionate and you're fair. Like you do what's right. You have a good moral compass. You have kind of like, you know, how people say you're either a lover or a fighter. What are you? He'd say you're a lover. He feels like you are just very empathetic and devoted and passionate. And I feel like he also appreciates that aspect of you as well. And I think that he looks at you too as a bit of a cycle breaker or a rebel. Um, like you know what's just and what's right, and you're going to stand up for it if you believe in it. You're strong in your convictions, and you're a cycle breaker. So maybe you're the type of person who's not going to allow like things that are unfair to continue. You will insert yourself into standing up for what is right. And he sees like independent qualities about you. You are able to take care of yourself. So those are some good qualities, I would say. I think that he is interested in getting to know you more. And I hope those plans that you have do work out. You're welcome, Taka. Have a good night. For those of you who are just now joining us, all lists are closed. We are working through donations. We have 3 more people to work through on the list, and then I will be signing off for the night. I will be back tomorrow. Not exactly sure what time, but usually later in the day is when you can expect to see me, between like 5 and 8 o'clock, usually. Nice. Congrats, Shayna. Oh, something I saw today, which I've known about for a long time. I've actually wanted to get the red string of fate tattooed onto my finger. I saw this maybe when I was like 18 or 19. I always loved the story behind the red string of fate, stating that there's this invisible red thread that attaches you to the people that are meant to be in your life or fated to be in your life, and it may untangle, get knotted up, but it never breaks. You're always tethered to the people that you're meant to be with in your life. And I always thought that was really special and really sweet. And actually, now there's like a real life red string theory where people wear pieces of red string on their wrist. And whenever it breaks, it means either you found your soulmate or you're about to be connected forever to your soulmate. And if you guys look on TikTok, look up red string theory, and you're going to see a bunch of videos on that. So just thought I'd throw that out there. If anybody's looking for their life partner, if anyone's looking for their person, go get yourself some red string and tie it around your wrist. And apparently, when it breaks, you found your person. Now, I've always believed in when glass breaks, something becomes official, something becomes concrete. I think you can do this with anything, honestly. Funny enough, I had a pumpkin with a J on it, and I bought it for Halloween time, Halloween decor. Sheena J, try it. Yeah, I'm shuffling for you now. I bought like this pumpkin, and it had a J on it, and I bought it for us for Halloween decoration. And on one side it was plain, and on the other side it had a J on it. And I remember bringing it home after Brian and I had been together for like we'd been together for 2 years, but like this was the first year we were living together. And he kind of looked at me sideways like, why did you get that? Like, we're not married, we're not engaged. Like, why would you get us a pumpkin with the word J on it? I said, I'm manifesting. Don't just mind your business. Just ignore it. We had that for 4 years, and then we moved into this house. So the 5th year of having this, and the 3rd year of having our cats, mind you, I had it displayed, and one of our cats knocked it over and broke it on the floor. And that month, he proposed. On top of that, the night of or just before we got married, they had this whole like little display for after our engagement. We walk into the house, and it was like all set up, all romantic and pretty. And someone in that house actually broke one of the champagne glasses we were going to drink out of after he proposed. After he proposed. So I feel like glass also solidifies things as well. So you can use glass to manifest or a stone, and if it breaks or when it breaks, that means that that thing has officially happened. That's also like another thing that you can do as well, and it works for me. Naisha, I have your question. SB, I have your question. I know, it's crazy. I was like, what are the odds that this thing that I've had for 5 years breaks the same month that we get engaged? Wild. And I even said it to him at that time. I was like, "Oh my god," I was like, "Bodhi broke our pumpkin that we've had for so long." I was like, "I'm so sad." I was like, I was saving that for when we got married, da da da." And then I was like, "I bet you," I even said it to him. I said, "I bet you that glass broke, meaning that you're gonna propose to me." And like within the next couple of weeks, he did. Yeah, breaking glass is like really big too. Yeah, in wedding ceremonies, exactly. What's coming towards Shane and Jay in love? So get y'all some glass, some red strings, just do it up. What's coming towards Shane and Jay? So Shane and Jay, I have a King of Cups here for you, which is a really great card, especially if you're looking for someone who is emotionally available, someone who is open to the idea of committed relationships, willing to make their intentions clear, express themselves, be sincere and honest. I think that's there for you. I keep getting the feeling you're not meeting this person on a dating app, though. I could be wrong. Stay with the dating apps, do your thing, but something makes me feel like there's another way in which you meet this person. Um, Shayna J, I would love to do a birth chart reading for you for where you're going to meet someone. I have a way to look at your astrological chart and figure out the likelihood based on your houses where or when or how you're going to meet your life partner. I'd be interested to see that. So if you ever want that reading, let me know. Just email me. But yeah, I have a king here for you. So I do feel like there's a masculine energy or a partner here for you that's around, very close by. But yeah, just like how they oh wait, yeah, originally I was manifesting meeting them in person. I would love that. I'll email you for sure. Yeah, definitely do so. And we'll look into that for you. So I feel like it is in person. And maybe I'm getting that because I have the 10 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles, and those are like a hardship type cards. Like it's complicated, it's not easy, it's not very easy to meet someone. Um, you feel like the weight on your shoulders of the lack of a romantic entanglement, but it feels almost like you get back into dating apps and then you walk away from it again at some point. So just let the relationship you have with your dating app, let that organically or naturally fizzle out or phase out. At whatever point you feel inside you just kind of want to back away from it again, just let it happen even if you haven't met anyone. Because I feel like this person that I've got here, you're meeting through some other way, and it doesn't have to do with dating apps. But this is like an emotionally available person, so I don't think this person has any entanglements that they're in, no like situationships, no third party, nothing like that. Ace of Wands would indicate that this person is follows their bliss, follows their passion, gets very excited about things. There is maybe like an instant attraction. Sometimes if I see like Ace of Swords or Ace of Pentacles, it might not be a quote unquote person that's like your type. But I am getting with the Ace of Wands that this is your type. This type of person provides like an instant attraction for you. And I do feel like with the Chariot here, this is someone who you are, pretty certain you want to move forward with and get to know on a deeper level. So, main thing is this person is available. They're not involved with anyone else. There is an instant attraction. These are just some tips on, like if you meet someone, are these the qualities? Are you instantly attracted to them? As like your typical type or just instant attraction? Are they involved with anyone else? So long as they're completely single, this is another indication that this is who they are and that there is this overwhelming desire to continue to get to know them and move forward in the connection. There's no question or hesitation or uncertainty. This is someone who you're like, this feels good, this feels right. I'm going to ride this out unless and until I feel differently. But yeah, email me, Shayna, for this. I'll do it for you for $10. Just to remind me, that's what I said. I'll do $10. Because it's not an official reading that I offer or anything like that. But I'm happy to help a girl out and take a look at your chart and let you know what I see if you're interested. It's lunaaffinity@yahoo.com. You can get my email off of my link tree that I always pin in the comment. You can get it off of my info section of my channel. It's really easy to find my email. You're welcome, Shayna. Then if that's the case, I can work on that tomorrow for you, okay? All right, so let's take a look here. All right, so next up we have SB. SB said she wanted 3 mini readings. Thanks, Shayna. Have a good night. So SB, it says question 1, question 2, question 4. I'm just making sure that that's supposed to be question 3 and not 4. I'm assuming. All right. Oh no, you're good. I was just taking a look at your questions here because you got 3 minis, and it says question 1, question 2, and then question 4. So I just want to make sure there wasn't actually 4 questions. That's supposed to be the 3rd question, I'm assuming. Okay, perfect. All right, so he's saying it's okay. He's saying I'm moving on. He's saying I'm just trying to look forward, like move forward. Um, he's saying deep down, like he may be in denial, I guess. I have the hangman and the ten of swords. So I do feel like this hit him harder than maybe he's willing to admit or cares to admit. On the outside, though, he acts fine. There is this card that I pulled and it says pride. And so therefore, I think sometimes when we take a hit, we think to ourselves, like, in order to protect, I'm going to act like everything is okay. Even if it's really not, I'm going to act like it until I actually feel that way. But I do feel like there's like this stabbing or aching or uncomfortableness here underneath the surface. How does he feel? How does he feel? How does he feel? He feels like this was a choice that was made. Maybe you made this choice based on your sincere feelings. Like this is something that you felt you had to do for yourself. This is a decision you feel you needed to make. And he's looking at this decision as something sincere. I think that he's not holding anything against you. How's he feel? He's saying missed opportunity. I didn't act when I should have, but I don't want to chase. Maybe he doesn't want to be in this runner or chaser dynamic with you. I feel like he respects it. I feel like his higher self at least has a respect for the decision that you made. Again, like I said, he doesn't hold it against you. And there are some things that he feels he learned from this connection. Let's see if he has any intention to come back around. Do you have any intention of reaching out, please? The Hermit. Do you have any intention of reaching out? Knight of Wands. Not particularly, SB. I don't think. Maybe in the throes of passion or a sense of spontaneity or like what do they call it? You know, like a spontaneous like form of communication. Like people always talk about like late night texts or like booty calls or whatever. Like not saying that he's viewing you like that, but you know how like when you do a late night text or a drunk text, it's like that was never your intention, but you're in a state of desperation / vulnerability / not really thinking through things very clearly. It's like a last minute, not thought through pass or action, and that's what it feels like. It's like there's no intention and no thoughtful intention on reaching back out. To me, it feels like if it happens, it's going to be very spontaneous and unexpected, and I think even he will feel like he didn't anticipate him doing that. It just feels like last minute, not thought through thoroughly. just kind of like, if I don't do it now, I never will kind of thing. And but even that's just a probably. The main card here to look at as far as him reaching out would be the Hermit. That's a no card for me. And the Hermit is one that kind of retreats. You think about like a hermit crab in a shell. They retreat into their comfort zone. They pull back their energy. They're antisocial, that kind of thing. So overall, I don't think there will be any attempts, at least not right now. So let's see current feelings of J. Cappy. So SB, with the current feelings of J. Cappy, the first two cards out I have is the Moon and the Lovers. This is giving secret admirer. But something tells me this is not so secret, but it's like this person having feelings for you and attraction for you that runs deeper than what they're telling you. So, for instance, if you know for a fact this person's attracted to you, if they tell you, like, oh, yeah, like I'm interested in you or I want to date you, if this person's given like a verbal acknowledgement and you're like, no, without a doubt that this person is interested in you, they're actually having deeper feelings for you than what they're actually letting on. So, whatever that means, if you haven't heard anything from them directly, it's secret admirer. If they have communicated these things for you, they're being more nonchalant and laid back about the depth of what they're actually feeling for you. So, regardless, whatever it is, whatever they're telling you or showing you, it's stronger than they're letting on. Okay, so I just want to be clear about that. The Moon in the Lovers also is major arcana. And whenever we have major arcana, it highlights major life themes or significant themes in our lives. It's like big deals. And so I feel like your presence in this person's life has made an impact on him in a significant way. We also have the Ace of Swords. This talks about open and honest communication, wanting to maybe spark communication with you or continue communication with you. But regardless, it feels new, it feels exciting, it feels like this person is interested in just more in general. Now, there is the Two of Swords here, so this can indicate a feeling of uncertainty, maybe possibly where your head is at, not knowing exactly what you're thinking, and also an acknowledgement that they may have not been 100% fully honest with you either. And we also have the Queen of Cups. So as far as like how this person perceives you, is you're very thoughtful, you're authentic, you're emotionally available, you're empathetic, you're caring, you're nurturing. Maybe there's a big attraction to you being a mother as well. Um, so yeah, I feel like this person is just looking at you as just embodying very feminine energy, which is something that appeals to them. And yeah, I feel like there's an attraction here, but I think it goes deeper than maybe what they're showing you or telling you. Thank you, SB. You're welcome. All right, perfect. Thank you for checking in. I am reading your question now. All right, shuffling now. Mm, so, Naisha, as always, I don't know what this means, but I'm going with what I'm seeing in the cards, and I feel like this is a no, to be honest. Again, I hate giving advice on something I don't really know about, but well, actually, hold on. I don't think this is a no, but I think this is a just regroup for a second. I feel like what it is please don't, the message almost is like please don't dive into this immediately. Don't do this right this second. Don't dive into this right away. You know, Four of Swords is the first card out. That's why I'm like, oh God, what is this? Because Four of Swords means rest. It means regroup. It means take a beat. It's almost like you're on the right path for planning for the future, but Spirit is saying that we need to take a minute. Wait a damn minute is what I'm hearing. Like, what's interesting is that the other cards that are coming through look really, really positive for an unlicensed home. So I almost feel like they're saying, I don't feel like they're saying no, actually, even though the first card is like, hold up. Because we have, okay, let me explain. We have Eight of Pentacles, we have King of Pentacles, and we have the Empress. And I'm still pulling. But these are really great cards, actually. The Eight of Pentacles is fulfillment, career fulfillment. King of Pentacles is like a leader, a grounded, successful, wealthy business person. You know, but a King of Pentacles also doesn't just jump head into something. A King of Pentacles really does their research and really like make sure that they're setting themselves up for the best success. And I feel like ultimately that's what you're looking for. And then we also have the Empress, which is like fertility and creativity and nurturing and growth and progress. And like bringing in new life or breathing in new life into the world. So like there's such good in this reading. And so I'm like, is this a yes? But maybe just a not right now. Let me keep pulling. Let me keep getting more cards here. The end goal is to get a licensed home, but unlicensed would be a start for us to get started and build some capital. Okay. Well, the Eight of Pentacles is building a business. The Eight of Pentacles is like the equivalent of like a startup or what's the word for the people that work for free? Apprentice. Or they don't always work for free, they get paid sometimes. But apprentice is like, it's like that learning phase and building in your career so that you ultimately end with something that is very fulfilling, something that you're very proud of, that you're working really hard towards. Would this be a good option for her, please? Would this be a good option for her? Two of Pentacles, balance. Okay, so they're saying you're being resourceful. You're adapting, you're being flexible. You're weighing your pros and cons. They like this aspect. We also have the Lovers. It's saying yes and no. Maybe that's why I'm getting. So, okay, if I understand correctly, you can start with an unlicensed home and eventually get a licensed home. Is that how that works? Can you start with one and end with it and get yourself in a better position later on? Because it kind of feels like the answer is yes and no. It's so expensive to get regulated home started, so I was going to try unlicensed version. Oh. I understand what you're saying to an extent. I still am completely confused, but I do understand what you're saying for the most part. All right, let me keep going. Okay, so maybe that's why I'm getting a little bit confused, because Spirit is saying don't start it yet, but this is a good viable option so long as your plans are to start this way and then turn it around later, sooner than later, as soon as possible for you. Because they keep showing yes and no, yes and no, yes and no. So what I'm feeling then is this is a good option then, if that's the case. Okay, you can start unlicensed and end with license. Okay, because I've got the Lovers here talking about major choices and Spirit saying good job. Naija, you're being resourceful. You're really thinking through things and not risk taking. You're really, you know, paying attention to what's going to set you up for the best success. 8 of Pentacles. Empress, I feel, is encouragement to keep going. Again, the King of Wands popping out, leadership, entrepreneurship. Oh, interesting. You are someone who inspires creative achievement, creative improvisation. Maybe you're going to pave the path forward for people who want to do this and are looking for a different way than the norm. You're going a little bit unorthodox or a little bit against the grain. You're kind of like developing a cheat code, is what they're saying, like a cheat code for this plan. Like some people always think like this is the path that it has to be, and you're going, no, not necessarily. And maybe you're going to inspire others moving forward that want to do something similarly. You're kind of helping them figure out a workaround, right? A workaround, I guess, is what you would call this. So, Naija, I think this is great. I think maybe Spirit wants you to continue to build on this plan, build on this idea. But overall it does seem good. There's a lot of really good cards here, honestly. There's actually not a single bad card in this spread. The worst cards that you have is a 4 of Swords and a 2 of Pentacles, and even those are like indifferent, so to speak. They're not like very for or against. Yay, that's what I want. I want an affordable home and a luxury home. That's fun. So, Naija, the people that you're going to be helping, are they all seniors specifically? Is this like, I know this is affordable homes, but are you just doing it for seniors, or is there a specific like demographic that you're wanting to work with? Good. I'm so glad. Yeah, I think your resourcefulness is going to be what really helps you achieve this goal that you have for yourself. Like being able to find those workarounds and figure out like, okay, maybe I can't do it the quote unquote normal way or typical way, but I can find other ways to get this started, and maybe that will help inspire other people to improv in this same way. So I feel overall for your reading, I am getting a green light. But I'm getting continue to build on this and don't start it immediately. Maybe your timeline feels a little bit better than what I originally thought. I didn't want you to jump into it right away, but I think this might be a really good like semi near future plan for you. Oh, seniors and special needs 55 plus. That's cool. Yeah, my mom's sister, she's special needs and she is in a group home. And she is, wait, how old is she? She's 53, 53, 54, something like that. But she's also in a group home as well. I wouldn't say it's a luxury one, but it's nice. It's a nice place. That's awesome. Well, Naija, do you have experience creating websites? Newark has a different name. Wow. First out, Naija, we have Two of Cups, compatible partnerships, harmonious relationships. Ace of Cups, Naija. Wow. Interestingly enough, um, I feel like everyone else would be like, no, 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 like not unless you're married. But I'm getting a lot of yes cards here. Two of Cups and Ace of Cups, perfect union, King of Cups, and Six of Swords, trust. I think it's because you guys have trust in one another, King of Cups. You care about each other, and you know that you're always going to have each other's best interest at heart. And even if this relationship stays at the status that it's at, if it changes, it evolves, whatever happens, it's like I think you guys know how to not screw each other over. And so I'm getting a lot of cards indicating that this would be a good partnership for you guys to have together. You're very airy. Aw. Well, no rush into marriage, Naija. You'll know when you know. And maybe you'll know before him or he'll know before you, but maybe you'll know at the same time. But don't rush into that necessarily. If that's not where you're at, that's not where you're at. Yeah, I mean, we have the Ten of Pentacles here as well, indicating like financial success, building solid foundations in your family, home, business, responsibilities, values, supports, affluence, just success all around. This could even be a partnership that helps set you guys up for retirement in the future as well, with the Ten of Pentacles. And Wheel of Fortune, good luck, destiny. So I would say that because you guys have trust in one another, because no matter how the relationship develops over time, whatever that ends up looking like in any format, you guys aren't going to screw each other over. You have each other's best interests at heart. This is a partnership. This is a business partnership. It's also a romantic one. Maybe it will help in a way bring you guys even closer because you both are very passionate about this, and also it shows love as well, that you're able to help set one another up as well for the future, that you're willing to create a maybe generational like source for jobs and finances and wealth. Oh, you're registered as domestic partners? I didn't know that you could do that. I guess you could. Never thought about that. I always thought that it was like a default thing that happened if you had been living together for a long time. You aren't planning on children, so it hasn't been a big deal to get married. That makes sense. Awesome. Well, Asia, as usual, it's been a pleasure. Anyone else that is hanging out, have a great night. Thank you for being here. I hope y'all have a great rest of your evening. Thanks again. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. And I may or may not see you guys, whoever's still in here, tomorrow, but I will be live streaming at some point in the day. In my state, you have to be registered in order to do certain things, insurance, retirement. Oh, got you. I never even thought about that, hon. If we became domestic partners legally, I might have been able to get on your health insurance. Like a long time ago.
Yeah,
I thought that was like a default thing. Yeah. Well, in New York, I guess they were able to register, so it's interesting. It's always a pleasure. Resonates day and night to you and B. Thanks again. You're welcome, Naisha. Have a good night. Bye, everyone.